Today I have sort of a different video here, alright? So some of you might know that the Arch Linux process is sort of known for being difficult, but I'm sort of an expert in this field, so I can kind of tackle this. But today I'm going to be asking ChatGPT to act as a Arch Linux system, so I can install Arch Linux onto a drive. I've specified here like a few things I'm going to need for this installation, and I'm going to see how it does, because I actually just installed Arch Linux today manually onto to my own computer. So I'm gonna see how it does. So oh my god, I'm gonna send the message. We're using o4-mini because this is I don't want this to freaking take forever. I don't want it to reason with itself forever. I'm also using this prompt. I'll put that in the description, and I'll be dropping a link to this conversation in the description. Okay, I believe we're selecting a boot option. So we're going to use the second boot option. I believe that's the one that ChatGPT has selected for booting into Arch Linux. Okay, so let's run a quick ls, see if we're in. Okay, yeah, this is intended behavior. This is what it does on the regular root. So let's connect. Let's check that we have internet. So let's ping gnu.org, not gnu.com. And I forgot how you specify count, to be honest. So we're just gonna let it run. Okay, well, it automatically just ended it right there. Okay, yeah, it put in its own stop right there. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, I guess we do have internet. We have full-on internet ready. We're gonna be verifying the boot mode, so I'll just go ahead and copy this in here. So if it returns 64, okay, if we don't have anything, then we're in BIOS. So let's go ahead. I'm pretty sure it said UEFI up here. Or did it say UEFI? Oh yeah, it says UEFI right there. So yeah, we have 64, so that's nice. We are using UEFI. Let's use time date CTL. I don't know how this will work, because ChatGPT might or might not have its own module for this. Wow, okay. It actually got the date right. It got that all right. Did not get the time right though. It does not know quite what the time is. It's a few minutes off, you know. So let's get into partitioning the disks. I honestly forget how fdisk works, but I guess I'll use cfdisk, or you know what? I gotta do an lsblk. Let's see what drives are attached to the computer right here. I believe there are a few things that are attached. Yeah, there it is. So we have this, and then this one. This is the hard drive I asked for. So I'm going to be cf disking into /dev. Okay, well, it wanted me to do deep research /sda. Let's see how this one works, because I know cf disk is a base utility. Okay, wow, it's drawing shit in here. Okay. We are going to make, wow, okay. Why does it start right here? I don't know. Interesting. I don't know what's happening right here. New. We're gonna create new space on here. Partition number 1. Okay. Because that's the default first sector. Forgot how you do this. So default 1 megabyte. Yeah, default. Because I can't. Normally you'd just be able to type in your own value, but I can't hit enter on this. I can't just like type in an enter key. You can type in a space possibly. Oh, and it already chose Linux file system. Crap. We can't have that. That's not what we want. I guess we do have to use cf disk. So cf, or no, not cf disk, fdisk. So fdisk /dev/sda, and let's see what it does. Did the space remain persistent here? I wonder. We have 476. Okay, yeah, it did. The number is consistent. Let's see what commands we can use here. So delete a partition. Okay, yeah, that one. D. We have to make a new partition table, I believe. That's the first thing we must do. Example layouts. We have the manual over here. I mean, we could. I honestly just like ask ChatGPT to do this for us, but you know, I'm trying to test it out here, and it's actually working pretty well right now. Like it is gotten the commands right most of the time. So, go without saving changes. Create a new empty sun disk label. Okay, there we go. G. We want G. Now we have a new disk label, and we must create a new partition. So which one's that? Partition type. Okay, N. All right, we want a list really quick. Let's list, and then I'll create a new one, because you know I wanna have everything. Holy shit. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. I think we only need this and this. and also swap. We're gonna have swap on this because why not? So n, yeah, partition number. Just type in I can't type in a space. What can I type in? Just maybe an underscore. Maybe I'll get it. Invalid. Okay, well, 1. I guess I have to type everything in here. Okay, first sector, 2048. Okay, last sector. We have to make sure it aligns with. How do you freaking do this again? I'm so bad at this. I think we have to do freaking math here. I think we have to bring out a calculator and convert bytes into. Okay, I think we can just type in like 2 or yeah, 2 GB GIB. There we go. That should work. We'll let it think for a minute here. I don't know what it's thinking about. Okay. Okay, we don't want that type, so we're gonna have to change the type. I forgot how you do that. We're gonna hit M. Change a partition. No. Display, no. I don't think there is one. I don't think that it's given. Well, let's try T maybe? T? Okay, and it's really trying hard to think about this right now. We had a list over here earlier, so I'll just copy and paste this one. We need EFI system. All right, there we go. Now we need a new one. We need a new system over here. So partition number, yeah, 2. We're gonna have to, type in the whole number. Usually on the Arch Linux install, you just type in and enter, and then it'd do it for you. But no, this one's, making us do things. Okay. So first sector, that one. I believe this is in bytes or kilobytes or something. I don't know. I have no clue. It doesn't freaking tell us. So, we're just gonna make this. I don't know. We have a lot of space, but we'll just do 8 gigabytes of swap. Okay, we're gonna have to do T, and we're gonna select partition number 2. I'm gonna queue that up. Oh, okay, and it just did it for us, I guess. That's odd. It wasn't really supposed to do that, but next one we do, I guess, will be we won't have to set anything else up. New default 3. Okay, we gotta get the minimum, which we gotta copy. Okay, and it just did it for us. Okay, and it also just did that for us. It fucking did the rest of the whole thing for us. I don't know what it's doing here. So we're just gonna make kfs.ext4/dev/sda3 because that's the one what we just did. Okay, we have an ext4 partition. Okay, mk swap/dev/ what's the swap partition? SDA2. Alright, and then this one I'll just copy and paste it because it's like not that hard. SDA1. And now we have a boot. We have a boot. We gotta mount them all to /mount. So we'll do mount/dev/SDA3 to /mount. Okay, and it just did the fucking rest of the install for us. I don't know what the hell that was, but it's turned swap. It mounted it, I guess. It did swap on. It mounted it for us, and it did all this other junk. Can we like regenerate that? I'm gonna see if we can do that because I don't like it when it does all of the stuff for us. Okay, there we go. This is the intended behavior. So instead, what we're gonna do, we're gonna copy this one here, and then we're going to do SDA1 because that's the one we made earlier. That's the intended result. Okay, we're gonna copy this one, SDA2, because that's the swap directory. We don't need to do any of this selecting mirrors. We're just gonna do the Pacstrap. That's it. That's one of the last commands we have to actually do here. Why couldn't it do this? Yeah, progress bars. Okay, so it's not telling us the whole thing here. It doesn't really need to though, because yeah, it's a little bit too much. But I believe this is the right number of packages. I mean, you could go look this up yourself, but I believe it's right. So we'll do genf fstab here. I don't know why this would be wrong though. I don't know why user lib module. Maybe it's because we're on the live environment. I don't know if it like hallucinated this error, but we're just gonna ignore it for now. Now we're chrooting into our environment here. Okay, and it just didn't fucking do it for us. Is it gonna like try? Let's see. If we ls, will it give us anything? Okay, I think we did actually change to the thing. It's not supposed to be called Arch ISO, but whatever. I think it's not supposed to be called Arch ISO. I could be wrong there. We'll do the America, New York, because that's my time zone. So we're gonna try that first. Okay, Okay, that's what we wanted. And we have to somehow edit. Do we have Vim? We need pacman -s. Uh, let's just do Vim. We don't need NeoVim or anything like that. Next step, we have to Vim into /etc locale.gen. And what this is going to do, we need to, hopefully it doesn't edit the file for us, because I think it knows exactly what we're going to do here. This is like the only time you ever need to do this on your entire, like, probably your system if you install it one time. Okay, it's going to think. I don't know why it's taking so long now. Holy crap. Okay, this is why it took a long time. Okay, we need to get to this line. So I'm just going to type in a /. That's how you search in Vim, by the way. You just type in a / and then the string you want to search for. And then we're just going to delete the little thing at the beginning of it. Okay, and the page is extremely laggy. I don't know why. Go to the beginning of the line. I think we are at the beginning of the line here, so we'll just do 2x. I think that's the correct key binding. Okay, yes. And then we just WQ out. Okay, and I just fucking hit a /, whatever. Okay, and it just did it for, okay, and it also did local gen for us. I don't know why it's, you know what? I'll edit my message. I wasn't supposed to type in a /. This file is easy. Okay. Okay, and it just did this as well. I don't know what the okay, we're gonna try that again. It's hallucinating steps now. I don't know what it's trying to do. Okay. There we go. That's all we needed. Now we're gonna do local gen. Okay, gotta go all the way back up here. Okay. And that's commented out. Whoops. Whoops. No, I don't want to do all this. Okay, there we go. Local gen. Okay. It gave us nothing. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. There we go. Okay, this is what it's supposed to do. Now I'm just gonna do echo. We'll call it GPT into /etc/hostname. Bam, all we need to do. Okay, mk init cpio -p. Hopefully that error from earlier did nothing. It worked. Image generation successful. Okay, now we're gonna set the password passwd. I'll just do like 1 2 3 4. Or you know what, for root. Okay, I wanted to enter in my own password. I don't know why ChatGPT just made its own fucking password. Come on, like, please let me do the okay, well, it won't even tell me the password. We're gonna try it again. Try our luck. Okay, we don't get the password again either. Okay. So I guess we just don't get to choose our password. That's awesome. But we're gonna be installing GRUB now. What we need to do, we need to just pretty much type this entire thing in. Just gonna copy and paste it right here. Oh wait, whoops. Don't need that actually. Wrong one. UEFI system installation. Here it is. This is the command we need. /boot. And then it'll do it for us. Okay, and it did this for us as well. Okay, that was the next freaking command, but it just did it for us. We're gonna type in exit, and then we're gonna reboot. We're gonna reboot, see what happens. Now we're gonna do the Samsung SSD. I don't know why it chose a Samsung SSD. I mean, maybe they're being paid. GPT login. Okay, root. That's our only user, so we have to type in root. And I swear if it asks for the password. Okay, it doesn't. Oh my goodness. So, we're going to real quickly just get fastfetch, because I know that's one that we can use. Okay, so we're going to type in... doesn't fastfetch have, like, more dependencies? I don't know. But, we're going to type in fastfetch. And let's see what happens. Let's see if it actually gives us the whole thing here. We can also see the system specs that we've been working with. Yeah, that was it. That was the entire install, but we'll see how it's gone now. Okay, I don't know why it's giving us the little ASCII penguin that you get when you install some generic distro, but I think this works. This is a fine swap. 8 GB, yes. We have 7.7 GB of RAM. Wow. Uptime 3 minutes. It has not been 3 minutes. It has been like way shorter. Yeah, very small TTY, GPT. Really old kernel. This is an old kernel. This is like over a year old, I think. Yeah, bash fine. We don't have a DE or WM. So I'd say this is a success. We've done very well with this. I think it was actually able to do it correctly. So that's nice. I'll end the video here if you want to look at the conversation. It's in the description. And yeah, that's it.